Hey, everybody, welcome here this Saturday evening. My name is Sean. I'm your CD guy, and welcome to the Zone. Now, for those of you who may be coming on over here for the very first time, Zone is an acronym and it sounds out for Zoomed Out News. So, my goal with this channel is to go ahead and bring you things that are going on around the state, the city, the country, the world that are not necessarily at the forefront, but they are things that are going to be impacting our lives or adding fun, something for us to think about. So that's my goal here with this. Shout out real quick to Manchester United, Carrick Rangers for the big wins today in the world of football. All right, well, let's go ahead and get started here. Now, I live in the Albuquerque area of New Mexico. So the first one is going to be focused on that. Um, it was recently noted that we have won the country's best hot dog. There's a hot dog place out here called Urban Hot Dog, and I have had their stuff a handful of times. Actually, it's absolutely delicious, and they take a basic hot dog to another level. I even had a hot dog once out here that was it was alligator, I do believe, and it was really really tasty. They put all the fixings on it here, and they won best hot dog. So this is kind of fun, kind of quirky. But these things do two things. One, for the locals here, it's going to, ideally um, bring more people into that place to go check it out. For people who do tour the country just trying to find the best hot dog, there are people out there that are going to be, coming to that place. And then, kind of on the same token, it's keeping the word Albuquerque, the name Albuquerque, on people's minds. Like, oh, hey, we're not just for Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul or the Isotopes, our baseball team. There's other things that are out here, including a really good food scene. I know that my degree or my last degree is in community development, where I help look at the things that a community does have going in its favor, things that it needs to improve upon, and how to solve those. Prior to that, I also did get a culinary degree. So when I say that this is a really good food city, I mean it, and I have the background to back that up. All right. So coming out of Albuquerque, we're going to zoom out a little bit more to the state level of New Mexico. This week, I did find something here that's very important, especially in a time of need. It has been approved to expand upon the first responder radio network. So, uh, you know, in a moment of need, whether that's, fire, an accident on the road, something of that nature, or something else, so maybe a natural disaster like fire. Um, we have expanded the network for the different organizations to be able to go ahead and communicate with each other to help. And in emergency situations, just kind of like on the medical stuff that we see, seconds matter. Every opportunity matters, and we have devised and funded a way to go ahead and kind of keep that up. There's 100 towers throughout the state to go ahead and let our first responders communicate across. Wow, sorry, can't talk today. And that's what I came across here. So, um, this is important. This is going to save lives. It's going to make things easier. And then hopefully that this is something that can continuously be fun because it's not guaranteed, unfortunately. And it's something to keep an eye out for in your own state, to make sure that everything is in place to make things as easy as possible for those who need to help save our lives, that they can communicate and make sure that everything is coordinated to do so. All right, so that was New Mexico. We're going to zoom out now to something at the country level. This particular time around, I did choose the great state of Arizona, which is to the side here for me. It is my state neighbor, and I have spent some time there too. I actually did not plan this. I just was supporting the Diamondbacks today, but here we are in my Arizona gear. But what has happened there, and this is also kind of tied to first responders, but the governor of Arizona has passed a bill that's going to give death benefits to first responders, and this is going to now include correctional officers, National Guard members, and even law enforcement pilots. So, in those tragedies where we do lose somebody who is considered a first responder, that family needs some support, financial support as well, and that's what this does. Is it expands to include more different types of first responders. So it's going to give $250,000 to the family. And this was just signed just the other day on April the 15th here. So this is very, very recent. In some instances, there was a loss not too long ago, earlier this year. This is going to be retroactive for that particular family, and they're going to go ahead and get that amount of money for themselves, and then these different, situations moving forward as well. So this is a big deal. You got a whole lot going on with the loss of a family member or a friend. The last thing you need to worry about is how you're going to sustain yourself moving forward, finance wise here. So I'm excited to see that they're doing something to honor it. We thank everybody for their service, and this is another way to go about doing that too. And so, if it's going to cost me, I mean, I know this isn't my state, but if I was still out there, it's going to cost me X amount of dollars a year to do it. By all means, go ahead. Give it to those who are really going to need it in the situation. All right, so that is what I caught coming out of Arizona. I wasn't intending to do two kind of first responders back to back, but they really are important to our everyday lives and safety. So we need to make sure that they can do their job and honor them afterwards too. So happy to bring this to the attention here. Okay, all right, so let's zoom out just a little bit further here. This time we are going out to the Netherlands, in Amsterdam, actually. And they have something really, really cool. And I'm thinking we're going to see more of these along the way. I hope so, because of what it actually is. So they are doing dementia villages. So for members of our community or their community that have dementia, they can go ahead and live in a facility, not a facility, I'm sorry, in an environment that is more day to day like what they have already now. There's a method name here for us, and it's called Hoka Wake. Sorry, that was hard to say. Hoka Wake. I tried to practice it before I started this. But again, this is something that they're doing over there, and it's meant to allow them to be monitored with like a traditional nursing facility would be, but without the constraints, without being in a top type of hospital like setting there. And that way we're able, they're kind of focusing on what these individuals can do versus their diagnosis. It helps keep dignity, and then something like this sense of community. These people on a day-to-day basis maybe might have some good moments, and they can enjoy themselves with others around there, setting some positive health experiences there. Now, there was a town in Indiana, South Bend, Indiana, that had tried to bring this over to their community as well. And so far, it's been successful based on what I was able to go ahead and find out. So hopefully we can get more of these out here in the United States, because, there's dementia all over the place. And a lot of them are capable of doing a lot of things on a day-to-day basis here. They may have a moment or two, but this is going to be a way for them to kind of feel normal, and have a normal life throughout it, and still at the same time get the help that's needed when it is needed there for them. So thought that was very, very cool. We got the aging population, so I would be shocked if we don't see more and more of these here in the States. So good on them over there in the Netherlands. All right, well, that is it for today. Again, thank you all for stopping by one more time. I hope you all have a great weekend. Be safe, and I'll catch y'all later.